Gemini. I'm getting kind of a mountainy feel here. Mountainy. Let me shut up. I'll put a timestamp in the description whenever I figure out what's going on here. Sorry I skipped ahead. Cancer just wanted to come out first, I guess. Or if you have Cancer in your chart and you're dealing with the bad boy, go check out that reading too. Okay. Oh. This needs to get on out of here, you little vine. Sorry. Let me get out my untamed elemental here. Oh. Ah. What to do, what not to do. I feel like everything's going to be okay. I'm kind of seeing a situation where you're in a new relationship, right? I feel like there might be some sort of a difference in the way you communicate. I feel like you're a way better communicator than this person is. Or if it's not even about that, it could be like a language difference or just such a cultural difference where I don't know. It was like when I moved from California to Detroit, like we're all speaking English, but like I had to listen real close to what they were saying, and there's slang and there's different meanings for things. And I feel like you're in a new relationship with someone, and I feel like there's a lot of attraction here. There's a lot of mutual joy. You both have fun with each other. You can have adventures. Maybe you went on a trip to the mountains together, but I feel like there was something that happened maybe at the beginning of the trip that soured it a little bit, and you're wondering if that's a sign that you're not right for each other, or um, somebody said something that was taken the wrong way. I feel like this is like the telephone game, but there's only two of you there, but you really like each other. The bottom line here is you are going to work it out. You're both mature souls. You're both kind of advanced, even though you're young at heart. You both want this to be a nice, fun, peaceful time. Somebody lost their temper. I feel like there's something specific I'm missing. Give me a sec here. Let me bang my head against the... Okay. Like literal language difference. A type of cheese infection. 4 times. Like what is okay to joke about is different from culture to culture. The way you tease each other is different from culture to culture. And somebody said, okay, I'm just going to say what I'm hearing here. Somebody learned how to speak English by watching movies, not by like going to college, and taking all the courses. And like that, I feel like, this is not good, but I feel like someone learned how to speak English by watching like The Godfather, or Goodfellas. So the way they communicate, it's not what they mean. They're not getting across what they mean necessarily, or they said something crass, or just I don't know. It's like, wow, we why would you say that? And it kind of ruined the whole trip. But that's not what they meant, though. The way you took it, or the way they took what you said. Wait, was it you or them? Can I just not be so vague here? Just not be so very vague. You, them. It's upside down, yeah. Hmm. Yeah, very different cultures with the way that you communicate and what is okay. Vulnerability in this person's culture is looked down upon here with the Knight of Swords and King of Cups. It's telling me that they're not going to say, I'm having a nice time today. They're going to like pull your pigtails or something. And you over here, I feel like you're kind of just trying to deal with what they're throwing at you. And they're throwing these kind of buzz terms that they've learned. Or you both might speak English. And it just could be like totally different cultures. And it's an adjustment here. But I think it's something that you can work through because there's something about this relationship that's above time and space here, where I feel like I'm going to take this literally. You're a moth to the flame with each other, but it doesn't have to be toxic. If what? How do you today, tomorrow, next week? What's this looking like? Or it's like I don't know. Like learning how to speak Korean by watching K-dramas or something. Okay, so there's a difference in religion here. There's a difference in the way we talk about authorities here. Uh, so you could, jeez, this is really specific, but you just haven't learned how to talk to each other respectfully yet. So the only way to really work through this with this person, temperance twice, you do need to approach the subject. You do need to approach the subject with love and compassion here. So if we're getting down to the nitty gritty here and you want to know whether this person sees you as a potential mate, what's the point of working at it if it's not going to end in commitment and marriage? So the only thing to do here is just to ask them. I feel like the way you could phrase it to get their attention is going to be something like, do you regret going on this trip with me? Or do you regret getting together with me? And it's going to be a tower moment for them where they realize they're not being charismatic, they're not being exciting, they're alienating you. And you're unable to move forward in this dynamic with it kind of going like this. I mean, should you end it? Should you just I feel like this is too much of a barrier. Honestly, this is I'm sorry to say it, but with the death card, Ace of Swords, the Tower, I feel like this is just the beginning of a lot of really long, confusing stressful, lonely nights because you don't understand each other. Love conquers all, but at the end of the day, you have to live with each other. And I don't necessarily see this as being beneficial to you. Time for something. I mean, have the conversation though. Have the conversation in a loving way. Say, do you see yourself getting, how about this? Do you see yourself getting married anytime soon? It's very simple. It's to the point. They're not going to have to, draw from Goodfellas or whatever it is they've been watching. It's simple. It's to the point. Are you looking for a commitment? Are you enjoying being single? That sort of children. It's very simple, straightforward questions, and the way they will react will tell you everything. I think this person you're dealing with has an inflated sense of ego. And they're also very stressed out because they realize they're not getting the point across. They realize they're kind of coming across like a complete douchebag and like an a-hole. And they know they don't look good to you. And that stresses them out too. What are they going to do about it? Aw. I feel like if they promise you that they're going to try, that maybe you should give them a chance. They feel like they could make this work. Do they understand that it's something that they need to work on and not just, yeah, they do, they know. Okay. I love this for you. They I feel like they are understanding that there's some expansion that they need to do with the way they communicate or with understanding who you are and where you come from. So this tells me with the 8 of Pentacles twice on your end and on their end that they are willing to work on those little details that make or break a conversation with you. I feel like they want to do that with the Empress, the Emperor, the Hanged Man. It could be that you could point them in the right direction of a class, maybe online or something that doesn't cost too much money. I think they're trying to save money right now with 4 of Pentacles in reverse, and they can't just necessarily throw a bunch of money for language or culture courses. And it could be that they work really hard every day and they're dealing with the day-to-day stresses. But I feel like whoever this person is, they want to let you know how much they care for you and how much they love you and how much they respect you. And if anything came across as disrespectful, it was completely unintentional. They did not foresee this happening. They really wanted this to go well. Or if they invited you on a date and something they said in the first 5 minutes ruined the whole hour, they regret that and they wish they could take that back. So if you're feeling like making peace, how about this? If you feel like making peace and they feel like making peace, make peace. Ask those questions. Go from the, if you're like, do you see yourself settling down with me? And they're like, yes, yes, that's what do you think I'm doing here? And you're like, see, that's rude. That you could start with that. It's like, um, they might need a little elocution lesson there. Or they need to have that tower moment and realize they're losing you and they need to open up, and that's it. Period. And the anxiety that you're feeling from them is that they're getting that you're not understanding what they mean, is how they would say it. And you would just see it as them dangling carrots or breadcrumbing or being unapproachable or emotionally unavailable, and they really want to be emotionally available to you and only you. So if there's a moment where your guardian angels bring you back together to have a moment of peace, I say take it and see where that goes. All right. Yeah. This is a period of happiness, of being able to kind of relax and enjoy each other's company. And I feel like this means that you guys can communicate more effectively with a clairvoyant than in actual words. Like you guys can look at each other and have a an easier time with having a conversation than if you were trying to use words. So there's a connection here, a very strong spiritual connection here, which is probably why it's all so sad and confusing to you. So if you know that and you know that they're not trying to hurt your feelings and a moment of peace comes for you, I think maybe you should take it. All right, I'm going to leave it there, Gemini. See you for the next one. Bye bye.